That's right. Here we go with one I'm sure many people might be awaiting here. We're going to talk about Tesla stock today in the ongoing series of really just analyzing stocks that you pick, ones that you want me to look at. So obviously leave in the comment section if there's any other stocks for me to look at. I'll assign a price target as well at the very end of the video. But we're just going to go into Tesla, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. We're going to talk about all of it today, okay? And get an idea for this stock and where where it belongs to be. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, let's go for it. So you look at the stock, and obviously, this year so far has not been super favorable for the company. Actually, surprisingly, you see this thing down nearly 15% on the year, which is kind of a shocker. Where the general market's doing pretty decently, the EV sector has seen some pretty bad results this year. There's no doubt about it. But it is also a sector where, if you look a year out, this is a company up 274% in the matter of a year. So this year's performance, I don't take much into account of. You think about the last 5 years for this company and what they've been able to do. Really, the major bump here was in 2019. I mean, it's up 1,200% in really about a year and a half. So this is a stock that's absolutely launched to the moon beyond belief. So we take that into consideration when we look at this. Valuation-wise, always something I look at when I first look at a stock. Market cap here of $582 billion. Seems relatively high, right? Trailing PE of 600. Forward P of 137. You look at those numbers and you see the valuation is obviously it's quite high, and obviously I can't necessarily judge the market cap there, but you can when you look down to this price to sales at 18.81. That is pricey, and you look actually at the revenue this company brought in last year. They brought in $31 billion, and they're valued at a market cap of $582 billion. We're talking about a company that's nearly 20 times the value in terms of that, in a P/E ratio that is absurd. But you have to consider this is the market right now. There are a lot of these tech companies that, while still in the infancy or really non-existent profit lines, they are valued at incredible rates. It's just kind of where the market's at right now with these tech companies. And Tesla obviously is not just, it's no slouch, right? Tesla's no slouch. This is not just a normal tech company. This is one of the most well-developed companies out there with a great outlook in an emerging market. So you have to consider that as part of why this valuation might be where it's at. You look at everything that Tesla has going for it. Obviously, you know Tesla by the vehicles, right? Flagship Model S, Model 3, X, and Y, which obviously we know the Model S, we know the Model Y, SUV type, we know the Model X, oh yeah, we know the Model X, and we know the Model 3, obviously being phased out a little bit more as the Model S takes over, but it's not just a company. Obviously, here we go, boom. Talk about some good stuff there. Great ratings on this, but this is a company that's not simply just cars, right? They've obviously got solar. Solar is a huge part of this. Solar energy could be a big portion of it, as I think it's inevitable in the future. We will be going to solar quite a bit. Now you got to think about it. Obviously, they show here it's a pretty sleek design, not a bad looking thing, all things considered. Looks good, right? It's hard to tell necessarily that it's solar compared to the people who have those ugly panels on their roofs. But obviously, you got to consider solar energy does not power a house. Never will it. No house can be powered by solar energy. It's not going to happen. Just by the roof, at least. There's no shot. So you'll still have to use conventional energy, but it does help you on your energy bill. It really does. So obviously this is a long-term investment people might make when improving their houses in the future. So consider that as it becomes more of a norm. Tesla seeks to benefit from that. Now, they're not only solar, though. You think about future prospects with this company. We've got the Tesla Semi. Obviously, we had a huge flop with electric semis when it came to a company named Nikola, which was a total piece of garbage I called out from the start as being a fraud. But I mean, I'm just saying. I told you from the start it was a fraud. What can I say? But Tesla actually has a working model, and they are working to partner with big companies, even like Walmart. That's right, on getting electric semis out there and delivering. And obviously, companies are going to do this. They're going to go with the electric model because for them, most likely, it's a lot cheaper. But secondly, it leaves a good image for the public. People care about that. But really, it's a very interesting model in what they're able to do. Uh, yeah, I mean it's a great vehicle, the Tesla Semi. And on top of that, you think as more vehicles get delivered, which if we look, and we do look, okay. This is a quarterly chart, obviously. Overall annual, but color segments by quarter. Delivery updates. And you can look, and it's no matter what you highlight, it's consistent growth every single quarter and every single year so far. And obviously, Q1 of 2021 was phenomenal for them. It continues the exponential growth pattern they've been showing. And as you get more vehicles, another segment you got to consider is Tesla insurance. So Tesla insurance, obviously, it's vehicle insurance, but it's better to do it through Tesla than it is necessarily to get car insurance through your traditional sources that kind of scam you just a little bit. Not gonna lie, there's some insurance companies are where they're at, and we look at overall revenue. Another positive here, you see yet again exponential growth really for this company over the last few years. They've been growing at rapid rates, and already you see in the trailing 12 months up to 36 billion nearly. So it's a company that's doing some great numbers there. Now, as far as some of the negatives, I think it's fair to bring up some of the negatives. So we've talked the praises, why this stock might earn the valuation it does. Well, let's see some of the negatives. Well, you look in the news recently, and we've got some negative things. As highlighted here, they've just lost the top safety pick status for the Model 3 because they've switched from typical radar sensors to Tesla Vision is what it's called. So based off of that, and they don't have enough data on it, they've lost the top safety pick, which again I think they'll re-earn. Obviously, as you see, this is a company that's got really the entire map generated. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's no one better with autonomous driving than Tesla. They've got more data than any company out there, as well as batteries, charging stations. They've got that on lock. So they have a significant advantage over competitors. They really do. But overall, other updates, there's nothing super crazy on here. We do have some cautious ratings. Wells Fargo giving it a price target of $5.90, as you see highlighted there. We have an ongoing saga with Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Elon Musk. There is some negativity with this stock. And my main point of negativity is one that I've kind of been arguing for a while now, and that is the competition. Again, Tesla's the highest step up in terms of electric vehicles right now. There's no denying there really isn't that much competition right now, but you have to consider the fact that there will be. And none other than Ford just announced, that's right, the Ford Lightning. Believe it or not, just a normal F-150, but it's electric, right? People buy the crap. I mean, they're buying the absolute balls off of these. And I'm talking about truck nuts. You've seen them. You've seen people that have the truck nuts on the back of their vehicle. You've seen them. Those are the kind of people that buy Ford, and they're going to buy the crap out of Ford non-stop. Truck nuts are more of like maybe Chevy. Chevy probably has a lot of truck nuts. But I could see Ford having a lot of truck nut people as well. I'm not going to Google those. So if you want to Google on your own time what truck nuts are, just be careful in the Google search. Please have safe search on. But competition's going to start ramping up, okay? This vehicle is going to launch 2022, and it's already got pretty decent reservations. Now, obviously, when Tesla announced the Cybertruck, which was a fantastic announcement, the results were fantastic from it. a lot of those, unfortunately, those reservations, no one was locked in, and a lot of them were fake. People made a lot of fake reservations to say that I'm getting a Cybertruck, baby, but they're not. Now, personally, I would, if I were to ever get a truck in my life, it would be something designed like the Cybertruck. I do not like traditional truck design, so I respect what they did there. But the normal people, and I'm not normal, okay? I'm very odd. I'm a strange individual, as you couldn't tell. Obviously, you'd think I'm normal, right? Look, here's the deal. The normal masses, they want the traditional truck. They love the Ford F-150. Truck people think this looks good. Am I crazy? It just looks like a truck, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. But the thing is, people are going to buy the crap out of these. They're going to buy the crap out of it. And not only are they going to get the traditional F-150 buyers, you're going to get a whole new crowd that wants to get into the electric vehicle game that also wants a truck. So competitors are going to start popping up. There's no doubt about it. As electric vehicles are becoming a huge part of R&D of these companies, not only Ford, Chevy, Hyundai, Honda, all of them, okay? All companies are working on electric right now and creating an electric portfolio. And once that happens, there's going to be a lot more to choose from. Right now, you only have Tesla to choose from. There's going to be a time where you don't have that opportunity. The Mustang Mach-E is already out. You have other global companies like even NIO, if they talk about global expansion. There's going to be other companies involved in this game. And Tesla's not going to have as easy of a win. Now, it does help. They've got a big head start, right? But you can see investors are buying it up. Investors are buying it up. Tesla, down on the year, while Ford's having a great time of it. Ford's up 70% year to date so far, as investors are buying into this fact that they are potentially competitors. I'm just going to throw it out there. Competitors are my biggest scare for this stock here. So what kind of a price targets were you assessing? My high targets, again, I'm realistic on this. I'm not Kathy Wood. Great investor, but $5,000 a share for Tesla in 5 years, not happening. I give a high target, my estimate, and a low. The high typically for me encompasses everything going well for them. Now, I personally put a limited cap on what Tesla's able to do. I have a cap because I'm realistic on that. I do think competitors are in the game 5 years from now, and that impacts them. But I do think by the end of the year, this could be an $800 stock. It was at the start of the year. It's seen some downturn, but if all goes well and we don't see as much negativity in the electric vehicle segment, then we're going to be seeing some, we're going to see the potential there of 800. Now, my 1 year target, I personally think it's going to be sitting right around where it's at, $630. Why do I say that? A lot of people might call me crazy for this, but I think there's going to be more negativity in the market. I think there is. Electric vehicles have seen quite the negativity lately, and I think the segment's going to continue, unfortunately, as other competitors get in the game. Your traditional plays people have been paying into, I think they might start moving away. Seems crazy, but I think it's feasible. I don't know. That's just, I just have a gut feeling about it. Not feeling good about the segment this year. Obviously, it's the future. There's no doubt electrification of vehicles is the future. There's no denying it. But I just think that in terms of the stocks, traditional, it's going to get hit a little bit harder than your newcomers that haven't had that fortune of the stock price increases like these ones have. And my low target being 600. I think there is a low point where this can go. I think it can go down from here, but I don't think it can go too much further down. Right? I feel pretty positive about Tesla overall in what they're able to do. So I don't think that this is one that goes down that much. It's a very good hold at this point. My 5 year target a little bit different. I go 1,500 for high. Now you put into perspective, this is inferring a market cap around $1.3 billion, $1.2 billion. That's expensive. That's an expensive company. By this point, 5 years from now, this company probably brings in, I think it's a company that'll be bringing in probably around $100 billion by then. I don't think that would be unrealistic. Probably $100 billion in revenue by that time period, which some people may think is crazy. If they do, they do. They may think it's more, but that I bake in the fact that there will be competition, and this growth cycle, it's got to slow. Unfortunately, it does. And I think talking about that, it's a little bit higher. That's why my target sits at 800. Some people are going to find that freaking crazy. 5 years out, Tesla at 800. Again, I talk about this, and I just think that this stock has great potential. It does. And I think it probably will reach good levels, but I want to be realistic for myself. And I say 800 because of the fact that competition gets in the game. I think that we're due for a downturn in the market over the next couple of years. We are. There's no denying. And stocks like this, your traditional ones that have been getting pumped and pumped for the last couple of years, they're going to be hardest hit. And the recovery is going to be a tough one. Okay? When you talk about this stock recovering when there are other people in the game, I give it an $800 price target. A little crazy. I might throw 900 in there, but I'm going 800, okay? Seems crazy. But that's why I give an array here. And my low is 650. I don't think there's much downward movement, as I said. I think the worst for this stock here is going to be really stagnation. That's what I think the worst thing you could expect from this stock is just to be stagnant. And that's as investors kind of sell out of this one and move into your traditional companies that kind of got devastated by a company like Tesla. You know, Tesla just said, that's right. I own you now. So, again, people are going to get in the game. That's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed this. That's Tesla stock. I hope you enjoyed this, man. I really do.